Hello, my name
Hi.
is Lucas.
Hi,
I'm a
Lucas.
nurse,
Nice to meet you.
and may I have your name?
My name is Tamara, but you can call me Tam for short.
Tam. Okay, so Tam, before we go any further, I just wanted to let you know that there's everything you say here is going to be kept confidential. If there's any possible harm to you or to yourself regarding the information you've given me, I'm going to have to report it.
Okay.
Other than that, everything's going to be kept confidential between you and me.
All right.
Okay? So, with that said, what brings you here today, Tam?
Well, my mind feels great, but my heart, not so much.
Okay. It's good that your mind feels good, but I'm actually wondering what's going on with your heart.
Well, I've had another heart attack about, I don't know, like 2 months ago. I went to the hospital, and I think the doctors did their magic. I'm
Okay.
okay now.
So I've heard that you said another one.
Mhm.
Is this a thing that happens often?
Well, it's actually my second heart attack in the past decade. My son, he thinks it's because of my smoking, but I don't think so.
So to me, it sounds that what I understand is that you've had two heart attacks the past decade,
Mm-hmm.
and your son thinks that the reason for this is because of your smoking. To me,
Yeah.
it sounds like your son actually cares a lot about your health and your body.
Well, yeah, but I've been smoking for the past 30 years, and it only happened after 20 years.
Okay.
And he knows nothing about it, so I don't really believe him.
Okay. Um, I'm sorry, Tam, but this is actually a smoke-free zone. We're not allowed
Oh,
to smoke.
is it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
It's alright, it happens. It's alright.
Sorry.
It's alright. So, I was wondering if we could set an agenda. Basically, if there's anything else you want to add, feel free. But the main aspects I want to talk about is your heart and the effects that smoking has on your body. Would that be okay?
Sure, that sounds good. But the other nurses already talked to me about it, and the heart, the heart. I don't want to talk. I don't want to hear anything all about it. However, but we can talk about the smoking. All I know is that it causes lung cancer. So maybe I want to prove my son that he's wrong about it. So
Okay, so it's good that you acknowledge that smoking can cause lung cancer, but actually, did you know that it can also cause problems in the heart?
really,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about that. It's
It-
new to me.
If you'd like, we could talk about this more.
Sure.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go into very, very light detail. So basically, when you smoke, there's chemicals that are in your body because of the smoking, and then it actually causes your vessels, your arteries and veins to constrict, and this causes your heart to start working harder.
Yes.
Furthermore, when you smoke, you've also like your lung starts to not work as properly, and this causes you to need more oxygen, and then this causes your heart to start beating a lot harder again. So with these two combined, if nothing is done, it can actually lead to another attack, and eventually it could even lead to death.
Wow. So okay.
Yep.
'Cause maybe my son was all right all along then.
Yeah. So now that we've talked about this, I was wondering if you were interested in smoking cessation programs.
Is this like Alcoholics Anonymous type of program?
Well, there are support group systems like Alcohol Anonymous for smoking, but there's also alternatives such as medication therapy. These are the nicotine patches, and also smoking cessation programs, which are for the individual.
How long are these programs running for?
Well, it all depends on it adapts to you. So like it's used to initiate the process of stopping to smoke, and it actually helps you maintain you from smoking.
Yeah.
So if you'd like, yeah.
But I don't really want to take the medication, and
Okay.
I live in a scheduled, secluded area, and with no transport, so I don't think I'll be able to do that program.
All right.
It just doesn't work for me.
All right. So before we initiate the program, I'm gonna have to ask you a few questions. Would that be okay?
Okay, I think I
Alright.
might have some answers.
All right, that's good. All right. So first of all, how many cigarettes do you have a day, and how often?
Well, I smoke 5 cigarettes a day,
5.
but I only do it when I'm bored. So
When you're bored. Okay.
yeah, when there's nothing to do,
So okay. So before you came to this meeting, did you want to change at all? Did you have any idea you were? No.
No, not at all. Not until I heard about that.
Okay. So
cigarettes causing heart problems.
So you are actually looking forward to change now, right?
Yes, now that I have the information.
Okay. So now that we have got this information, I actually want to know how confident you feel about actually changing.
I would say,
You could rank it from a 0 to 10. 0 being not at all, 10 being I can do it right now.
I would say 8 out of 10. You know, I'm still a young lady, just a couple of decades old. I do not want to die because of smoking. Leave my son all alone, you know? No, thank you. But yes, I'm interested with this
Okay.
change.
So you said 8. So what made you pick 8 over 7 or over 9?
Well, I don't smoke much, but at the same time, I do not have anything to do when I'm bored, so that's the only way that, you know, keeps me with things.
Okay. So now I'm gonna summarize everything you said. So you stated to me that you smoke 5 times a day when you're bored, and before you came to this meeting, you had no idea, no reason to change. But after I gave you the information regarding the heart and the smoking and the relationship, now you want to change. Is that right?
Yes.
You also feel like you are 70% confident that you can change as well. Is there anything I'm missing?
No, I think you got it all.
All right. So there's actually I was wondering if you'd like to hear some support systems I have access to. Would you like to listen about them?
Yes, please.
All right. So first, you said that you live in a secluded area. So there's actually support systems online that you can access, and if you need help, you can you can ask your son or anyone that has access to a computer, and it'll be really easy for you to start accessing those programs. Furthermore, there's also I was actually wondering if you could decrease the amount of the cigarettes you have, maybe like 1 or 2. Now, then again, you don't have to start decreasing it right now, because we're only focusing on baby steps right now. This is the first time we're doing this, right? So it doesn't matter if you smoke, but just try to maybe decrease 1 or twice, and also just keep a log. So whenever you feel like smoking, you just write it down. What date is it, and also what are you feeling?
Okay.
And yeah, eventually you can also ask your son for support, because he's very involved in your health. All right.
Yeah, they seem to be very achievable, you know. After all, they're all baby steps. Eventually, I will completely stop smoking. Who knows when, but I'll get there.
Yeah. All right. So.
All right.
Is there any other questions you have?
Nope, that's it. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. So my name's Lucas, and you can just make another meeting if you want. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Lucas.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tam.